What's good, guys? And we're back with another tutorial. And I was looking at my old edits and it just came across me why I just didn't do this tutorial earlier, because this is like 2 or 3 years old, maybe even more than that. But if you don't know, I did this edit for Vaz, and in the clip, like after I shoot, or after he shoots, he pulls his gun out, and then like the pieces shatter. If you don't know, if you haven't seen this is what I'm talking about right here, where he shoots and the pieces of the gun are just shooting out, and that's what I'm gonna show you right here. So I just pulled this triple collat that I hit a while ago, and it works best with like triples and quads and stuff with collats, where the last shot is a collat. In my opinion, it all works just like that, and boom. So yeah, let's learn some stuff. Alright, so first thing you're gonna want to do is drag in your clip. You can put this in your main comp, or you can put it in its own comp if you want to, but I would recommend that you have Twixtor for this. It just works best with Twixtor, or you can use Time Warp, whichever one. Time Warp is built, I don't even know where it's at, but I don't use Time Warp. But if you have Time Warp, use that. If you don't have Twixtor, I have Twixtor, so I'm gonna use that. I'm just going to trim this up a bit, just like that. Okay, so you have your raw comp, or your raw clip right here, and first thing you're gonna want to do is add your Twixtor to it. And I would recommend that you do it like right here. So I'm gonna start my Twixtor like right here. Yeah, right about here. So keyframe your speed at 100, go a couple frames, and put this to like 15. It's a good number. Yeah, 15. It's a good number. So I'm just going to put markers in these spots right here, just so I know. Next, what you're gonna want to do is duplicate the clip itself and take off your Twixtor, because you cannot put Twixtor on a clip and then pre-compose it, because and you can't mask it. I don't know, something with fucking geometry and fucking history and fucking geology. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but I don't know why, but you can't. So this is what you're gonna want to do. You have your Twixtor off. You're gonna want to line this up as close as you can to the original Twixtor clip. So the Twixtor clip and the one without it, you're gonna want to line this up as best as possible. So Twixtor clip, actually I need to move this, take these off, move this right there, this down. Okay, that's good right there. Alright, so now that you have your spot, you're going to right click the clip, go to time, and freeze frame. So now you should have a frozen clip throughout the entire comp. And you're gonna pre-compose this, move all the attributes, and name this explosion, and double click into the comp, and you can stretch this out through the comp. Alright, so this is where you're going to mask out the gun. So I would be a lot more precise, but since I'm just doing this for a video, I'm just gonna speed through this because I just don't care. But be precise, because if you have some extra stuff like floating around when you do this effect, it's not gonna look realistic in a sense. Guns right here, that's his finger right there. Alright, so now you have your gun masked out. You're gonna pre-compose this again and call this mask, and make sure it's you move all the attributes. Click OK, and you have your mask comp right here, your explosion comp right here, and just close these. So you have your mask, your explosion, and your regular comp right here. Let me move this to like right there. Alright, so in your explosion comp on the mask layer, you're gonna go into your effects and presets, type in Shatter, and it'll be under simulation. Double click it or drag it on, and you're gonna notice that you have these brick pieces that are just breaking and you don't see your gun anywhere. The reason for that is you need to go over here into your view and click on render, and boom, there's your gun. And it still has the brick effect that was on there by default. So to change that, you're gonna go into your shape, go into pattern, and change bricks into glass, or you can change it to actually this is the effect that I used. You can change it to whatever. They have a bunch of presets, a bunch of shapes you can change this to. Stars, that's kind of cool. I don't know what that is. That looks a bunch of fucking Tetris pieces. But I use glass in the effect, and this is where you do all the magic at. So if you open force and change the position to about the center of this, so I want it to explode from here, and it does just that. So right at this position, every piece from here will go its own separate direction. So every piece from down here will go down, every piece from up here will go up and then down, just like that. And that's basically all I did. I didn't really do much in the edit, but you can do things like change the number of pieces. So up here, repetitions, if you want a lot of pieces, you can change this to like 20 or even 50. I would change this to 50, but put the extrusion depth with it, which is the depth of the pieces, to maybe 0.1. Make these smaller pieces, but I would duplicate this again and change the repetitions to 10, but change the extrusion depth to 0.2, 0.25. Look cool. Yeah, it looks cool. Yeah, just like that. So there's not a lot of big pieces, but there's a lot of small pieces, so it looks a lot more realistic. Okay, so from here I am going to do some animating. So in nope, it's in camera position. For the top, I'm just gonna hide this. So this one's the small pieces, or the big pieces. This one's the small pieces, so I'm just gonna do small, big. Okay, so big pieces, I'm going to basically change the rotation of the Y so it goes up in another direction. So I'm gonna keyframe it right, I guess right here. I mean, this is all preference. You go to the end and just like that. So If you don't know what that did, I just changed the rotation of it, so it starts off normal and then it starts to turn, giving it like a more realistic feel to it. And I'm gonna do that to the other one too. The Z position, no, you don't want to mess with that. I'm gonna do the same thing, but maybe the other way. Maybe the other way might seem cool. Yeah, just like that. And put the big pieces back on. Okay, well, if you didn't do this and you just want to move on, you can go back into your main comp now that you're done with that, and okay, so just move this back. So your effect will be right here. You're gonna move this to about the same place as you did before, so about the same spot. Yeah, that looks good right there. Okay, so I mean, you can see some warping, but I mean, it's not too noticeable. But you're gonna apply Twixtor to this again. If you did use Twixtor or Time Warp to this, you're gonna want to do it again and go to the frame before it starts and keyframe it the speed at 100. Go forward one frame, make this maybe like 300, and go forward and change this to like 10. So goes boom, 300 all the way to. You can easily use this if you want to. Also, I'm gonna do that just so it smooths out the effect. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna change this to 20, just so the pieces are flying faster than the, because like it's gonna explode, so you're gonna want the pieces going just a little bit faster than the clip itself. Okay, that looks good right there. So now that you have your speed, you're going to do one more thing and go to your effects and presets and type in camera lens blur. And if you don't have this, you can just put in a regular fast blur or Gaussian blur. I feel like those work the best, but if you do have camera lens blur, use this because it works a lot better. It just gives it more of like a depth of field type of effect, where if you're still looking at this clip, your eyes really aren't focused on the pieces but the clip. Whereas if you didn't have this on, you have all these pieces in front of you that are like sharpened and they're right in front of the clip. But if you have this, your eyes are more focused on the clip. And yeah, that's the effect. So if you have any questions, you can feel free to tweet me or leave comments if I went too fast. But yeah guys, peace. Closing Audacity in 3, 2, 1, go. What's good guys? And we're back with another tutorial, and I was looking at my old edits and it just came across me why I just didn't do this tutorial earlier, because this is like 2 or 3 years old, maybe even more than that. But if you don't know, I did this edit for Vaz, and in the clip, like after he shoots, he pulls his gun out, and then like the pieces shatter. If you don't know, if you haven't